Hey everyone, Phil from Strictly Broken here, and basically I'm making this video right now because there's two subjects that I kind of want to talk about. They're both Bermuda Triangle related, and they're both also related to the deck profile that I made when I won BCS Chicago, and I posted like a couple weeks ago. And so if you want, you can go back and watch the video again to get like a quick, I guess, refresher of what I said and the deck I was playing and kind of stuff. Up to you. If not, I'll kind of be going over what I'm going to be talking about here as well. But yeah, so basically the first thing I wanted to talk about was before I exited the video for my BCA Chicago deck profile, I mentioned that Bermudas was basically not going to be very strong going forward. And after I said that, just last week, or the week that just passed, it won BCS a caucus. So I guess I was kind of wrong on that. It also topped a couple shop tournaments over in Japan as well. Some people over there are kind of still playing it. What the people in Japan did at least was that they cut the leads a lot and they just played in another grade 2 filler, and so like maybe the 10k, maybe like a broom or whatever. And so it turns out the deck's still strong enough to play even with like a slightly nerfed early game. So I guess it's basically as if you just gave up on the lead slot and you just say, yeah, it's as if I didn't open lead slot anyways. I'm just gonna play a regular game, do what I normally do, and call it a day. So that strategy is still strong. The person who won Secaucus, I actually don't know what he or she did because we haven't seen their list yet. It hasn't been released. I haven't checked it. I haven't seen it online on Facebook or anything like that either, so I have like no idea. So that being said, I did a little bit of thinking. Sorry, so a bit of context before I go into this part. The second thing I said in my video was that you're basically going to be cutting, if you want to play the deck, you're going to be cutting Lees a lot, and you're going to be playing Sonata, right? Because Sonata is just kind of better than Lees a lot for that deck. And then I kind of thought about that statement a little longer, a little more. And then the more I thought about it, the more I realized, what happens if you decide to just cut the Lees, sorry, what if you cut the Sonata and you kept the Lees a lot, and you play a different grade 3 engine? And so I was kind of thinking about that a little bit. I thought at the beginning I was like, oh, I'm an idiot, right? Why would I do that? But then I thought about it a little bit more, and it actually doesn't sound that bad. And so I basically ended up with this list here after kind of thinking about it a little bit. And so I'm playing the same grade zeros as my BCA Chicago list. So the zeros are the same, the ones are the same. The twos are the same except I cut the 10k interceptor, and my grade 3s became 4 Cannon, 4 Serena, 3 Caro, and 2 Fina. And so this looks super wacky because now you're playing every card that you didn't play before, essentially. Like, you didn't really play Cannon, you didn't really play Serena in heavy copies, but now you're basically maxing them out. And so the logic was that if you can't hit with Serena, like if you don't have Sonata and you can't hit them for like 61 or whatever, with like really huge numbers, right? Instead, what you can do is you can go into Cannon and just force them to guard with at least 2 cards. So this is funny because if you have Cannon's effect active and you have a Caro behind her, if it gets perfect guarded, you're actually taking 3 cards from your opponent instead of just 2 normally if you had Sonata, right? This also means that all of your attacks, no matter how small they are, so if you have some crappy column on the side that's hitting like, I don't know, 21 or some like weenie number, if your opponent can't intercept to actually guard that number, they're either taking the hit or they're giving you 2 cards anyways. So this makes the deck really, really cheesy because now you start asking for 2 cards on like basically every single attack from your opponent, right? And so that's the point of the Cannon. And the Serena is there because since you don't have Sonata anymore, and you can't just +1 your opponent every turn from using her skill, right? For every Serena you have on your board, for every attack you can cheese your opponent with, you're drawing 1 to 2 cards, or 1 card for each Serena on your board. And so you can put your opponent in these really stupid scenarios where if you have like Cannon's effect active, right? And you have double Serena on the board, and they're hitting like 23, 23, or like so you can get force 1 here. So if you have 23 on a Cannon or like 21 attacking a grade 2, you're asking for 2 cards on each hit, and you're drawing like 2 cards or so every time it hits. So it's super cheesy. You start drawing cards, you start hitting numbers and asking for a lot of cards. You still play the Cannon, so if you want, you can go force 2 as well. Sorry, not the Cannon, the Caro. So you're playing the Caro, so when you go force 2, you're still like dishing out some decent damage, and then you're still hitting like scam numbers because your opponent is forced to guard with 2 or more cards, right? And so this is what I was thinking going into making this deck at least. So it's super cheesy. The idea is super weird, And I don't know, I'm not actually sure exactly how good this deck is, but I thought about it and I play tested it, and it's not that bad. So if anything, this is more of an idea, like an overall idea, than like a full like fully perfected deck. Okay, so I actually did take this deck to a shop challenge. The shop challenge that I had on the same day as New Jersey Secaucus. So I had no idea that a Bermuda player was going to win that. I kind of went into this shop challenge like for fun because I already have my invite, right? And so I ended up actually getting top 4. I lost once to Swiss to Link Joker because that matchup sucks for this deck. It's like an auto lose because you can't play off your rear guards anymore, and you can't grind your opponent like what I'm trying to do. So I take the instant loss. I get top 8 still, and then I get top 4, and then I get paired up with my friend, and I just basically give him the free win. And so this deck does have some merit to it. From that testing, it's not bad. It's considered pretty good, but I mean, like I still don't know. Like this deck list is like in early phases of testing. I don't know like what I can actually do to it to perfect it. So I'm kind of like looking at it and playing with it here and there. But like this idea of cutting Sonata and playing Lee's a lot, and basically playing a completely different grade 3 engine, right? It seems to be valid, and it might actually be pretty good going forward into like the future sets. And so this is just an idea I wanted to throw out there. I wanted to kind of show you like what silly things you can still do with Bermuda. Maybe you don't actually want to cut Lee's a lot, you want to cut Sonata instead. You can try doing something like this. I don't know how well it's going to work. This is pretty good, but yeah, I would say test it yourself. You can play around with it. Feel free to like build this deck yourself, test it out, make some changes, see what like you think about it, that kind of stuff. Anyways, that's basically it for me. I just wanted to talk about how Bermuda Triangle is apparently still pretty good right now because it still wins events, it's still strong. And this is an alternate way of getting around the ban list, because since you can't play Sonata anymore, or Lee's a lot, you can basically tech around the other depending on which one you decide to cut. So that's basically it for me. I hope you guys all have a good day, and see you guys later.